nation from honesty and integrity. You say, well, Farrakhan, I mean, my God, what are you saying? I'm saying that if you love God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and loved your brother as yourself, nobody could give you enough money to make you betray yourself as well as your brother or sister. When I first started rebuilding the Nation of Islam in Chicago, a man came to me and said, Farrakhan, everybody got a price. I wondered who he had met. That everybody that he knew had a price. I said, well, this man don't have a friend. Nowhere. Because a friend will never betray his friend. How many in this audience have been called by the government authorities and told to lie because they wanted a certain person, and if you lied, they would make it easier for you in your sentence? How many of us have sold out to get a lighter sentence and made your brother who was innocent a victim of the justice system that is unjust by telling lies? I'm talking to you like this.
His courage.
I have some notes that I put down, but I haven't opened it.
It takes a lot of guts and brawn to do that.
Because this is not a day. 10, 10, 15. Hell no.
That's the beginning.
If this is a day and we come out and go back to doing what we were doing before we got here, then this is all vanity.
Right.
Now, how many men is willing to do that?
This is vanity. But vanity is the work of someone
this way. You know what I'm saying?
who's wrapped up in himself. We have no time for vain expression. Those whom the world honors are those who live for others, and in their death they are never dead. There's always someone coming up to refer to their greatness because they lived for others and their living was not in vain. Well, why am I saying that at this point? We're facing another election. Yes. The Republicans have, I don't know how many.
12.
Is it 17?
12, I think it's 12, something like that.
Well, it was.
Yeah, a couple dropped out.
And they are really like the pretty girl who is well formed, showing her wares so that some man with money will buy her.
They get knocked over the side of the head.
Who wants to be a whore? No, listen to me.
Talk to him.
Do you think people with money put their money behind you if they don't expect something from you?
Come on.
That's what makes this a farce. $3.3 billion in the last few years has been paid by lobbyists to this house. Well, what are they lobbying for? Laws? that may not be in the best interests of the people,
At all.
how then can you look in the mirror at yourself when you are bought and paid for poor?
Talk to him. Talk to him.
And then what do you get for being a whore?
Come disease.
John Fitzgerald Kennedy lies across the water in a beautiful grave with an eternal flame. And John Fitzgerald Kennedy had a beautiful home. He had boats. He had so much material wealth. But the end is the same. A spot in a little coffin.
Yes, sir.
And 6 feet of dirt. So the Bible says it right. Naked came I in the world,
Naked shall I go.
and naked go I out. So what are you lying and cheating and stealing for? To give something to your children who, if you lied and cheated and stole to get what you got, you couldn't teach them value. So all that you left is squandered by ignorant children. Don't you think it would be better to be like Dr. King? No, I'm very serious now. He didn't have a lot of money. He could have if he were a sellout. Malcolm didn't have a lot of money. He could have. Great ones don't amass wealth to leave to children. Great ones amass wealth to leave to institutions that live after they're dead and gone. The grave is waiting for every one of us that are gathered here today. But why are you saying this, Farrakhan? Because this is not a moment, as my sister said. This is a movement. I'm going to say it again. This is not a moment. This is a movement. When the brothers and sisters arose in Ferguson, you didn't have any money. You had a principle.
Yes.
A principle that you were willing to suffer for, that you felt was bigger than yourself and your life, and the withstanding of pain. But all of a sudden, the enemy comes with money. If we give you this, will you come out of the street? And some of us, we're all poor, but some of us see that as an opportunity. So the movement begins to die the moment those who lead the movement take money as a bribe to stop hurting a force that you're coming against. The demand for justice demands integrity. The demand for justice demands selflessness. The demand for justice is bigger than all our lives. So the demand for justice must give us the will to wish to sacrifice our life, because the many are greater than the one.